Darwin studied coral reefs, volcanic islands, and the evolution of every species on the planet. But there was one thing about the human body he said he could not explain. Not the brain, not language. Blushing. He called it the most peculiar and most human of all expressions. And 150 years later, science still hasn't fully figured it out. Think about what blushing actually is. Your body, without your permission, sends a signal to every person in the room that you are lying or embarrassed or guilty or attracted to someone you don't want to be attracted to. You can't fake it, you can't suppress it, and you can't trigger it on purpose. It is the only emotional expression in the human body that is completely involuntary and completely impossible to replicate. You can force a smile, you can fake tears, you cannot fake a blush, and you cannot stop one. Here's what happens inside your body when you blush. Something triggers it, a comment, a look, a sudden awareness that people are watching you. Your sympathetic nervous system fires, adrenaline floods into your bloodstream, and here's where it gets strange. That adrenaline causes the tiny blood vessels in your face, and only your face, to widen. Everywhere else in the body, adrenaline does the opposite. It constricts blood vessels. It tightens muscles. It prepares you to fight or run. But in the veins of your cheeks, the same chemical that makes the rest of your body contract makes your face open up and turn red. Your body is running two completely opposite programs at the same time. One says, hide. The other says, show everyone exactly what you're feeling. Every other species on Earth evolved to hide vulnerability. A wounded gazelle doesn't limp in front of a lion. A sick bird doesn't sing off-key. Nature punishes weakness. Showing it should get you killed. So why did evolution build a mechanism in humans that broadcasts the exact emotion you're trying to conceal? That's the question that stopped Darwin cold, and the answer might be the opposite of what you expect. In 2009, a team of psychologists in the Netherlands ran an experiment. They showed participants videos of people making social mistakes, spilling a drink, giving a wrong answer, getting caught in a small lie. In half the videos, the person blushed afterward. In the other half, they didn't. Then researchers asked a simple question. Who do you trust more? The answer was overwhelming. People trusted the blushers, not a little more, significantly more. They rated them as more likable, more honest, and more worthy of forgiveness. The person who blushed after lying was trusted more than the person who lied and kept a straight face. Blushing isn't a flaw, it's a signal, and the signal says, I know I did something wrong, and I can't hide that I know. That information is incredibly valuable inside a group. For most of human history, your survival depended on other people. You lived in groups of 30 to 150 individuals with no police, no contracts, no written laws. The only thing holding the group together was trust. And trust required a way to detect who was honest and who was dangerous. Your body solved that problem by making deception physically visible. A liar who blushes is telling you two things at once, the lie and the fact that they know it's a lie. And that second piece of information, the involuntary confession, is what makes other humans forgive rather than punish. Blushing is an apology your body makes before your mouth can. But here's the deeper layer. To blush, something extraordinary has to happen in your brain first. You have to be aware that other people are watching you. Not just see them, but understand that they have thoughts about you, that they are forming judgments, that your actions exist inside their minds. Psychologists call this theory of mind. It is the ability to model what another person is thinking, and it is one of the rarest cognitive abilities in nature. Chimpanzees show traces of it. Corvids may have a basic version, but the full architecture, the ability to feel what someone else thinks about what you just did, exists only in humans. Blushing is the physical proof that you have it. Children don't blush until around age 3 or 4. That's the exact developmental window when theory of mind comes online. Before that, a child doesn't understand that other people have separate thoughts. They can feel shame, but not embarrassment. The distinction matters. Shame is internal. Embarrassment requires an audience, even an imagined one. The moment a child begins to blush is the moment their brain has built a model of another mind looking back at them. It is one of the most important cognitive milestones in human development, and it's written on the face. There is a condition called erythrophobia, the fear of blushing. People who have it describe a cycle that sounds almost paradoxical. They blush, then feel embarrassed about blushing, which makes the blush worse, which increases the embarrassment. Some avoid social situations entirely. Some have undergone surgery, a procedure called endoscopic thoracic sympathectomy, where the nerve that triggers facial blood vessel dilation is permanently severed. The blushing stops, but patients report something unexpected. They feel disconnected from other people, as if something human has been turned off. The emotional response is still there. The face just doesn't show it anymore. And other people notice. They describe the person as harder to read, less trustworthy, colder. The signal was never for you. It was always for them. Your blush doesn't serve you. It serves the people around you. It tells them your moral system is functioning, that you know the rules, that you still care what they think. And in a species that built everything, language, cities, governments, love, on the ability to cooperate with strangers, that signal might be one of the most important things your body does. Right now, today, you live in a world where people spend hours curating the version of themselves they show to others. Filtered photos, rehearsed answers, carefully managed impressions. We have built entire industries around controlling how we're perceived. And yet, underneath all of it, your body still carries a mechanism from 100,000 years ago that you cannot override. One that strips away the performance for a split second and shows the room who you actually are. Darwin spent his entire career explaining how every feature of every creature serves a purpose. Blushing was the one that haunted him. He couldn't explain why evolution would build something that works against the individual. Now we know. It doesn't work against you. It works for every single person around you, and in the end, that's the same thing. That's all for today. If this video made you think, subscribe and share it with someone who blushes.